With the trade of Baker Mayfield to the Carolina Panthers, the thought sprung into my head of 5 players that the Tennessee Titans could trade for before the start of the 2022 campaign. I hope you guys enjoy this video, but with above all else, remember to tighten up.
Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
Whole city getting hype now. Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cass here, and we are here to deep dive into top 5 trades the Tennessee Titans could make before the 2022 campaign. If you guys enjoy this list and enjoy other lists that I'm going to do in the future like this, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It's free. You can unsubscribe later if you don't like the content. But let's get right into this top 5 list. Starting off as number 1, we have defensive end Robert Quinn for the Chicago Bears. This one is the other one on the list that I did that I feel is a long shot. A definite long shot. All of these are ones that I think could happen, might not. This is one I don't think will happen, but I would love to see it. But the Titans wanted to build an elite defensive front with a strong young core in the secondary with vet safeties behind. Adding Robert Quinn could make the best defensive line in the league. Having a strong first step and would be strong playing alongside Harold Landry, Denico Autry, and Jeffrey Simmons. The trade offer I am proposing is the Tennessee Titans will receive defensive end Robert Quinn. We give up to the Chicago Bears a 2023 second round pick and a 2024 fourth round pick. His 2021 stats are elite numbers: 42 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 18.5 sacks. He played really well for the Chicago Bears, and I really would love this trade. And I think you get good value if you're Chicago. Chicago doesn't want to keep and re-sign him. They're in a rebuilding mode. I think that's a really good pickup in the long run for the Chicago Bears to go ahead and trade away Robert Quinn. My second pick is Rasul Douglas, cornerback, Green Bay Packers. Tennessee has looked for a vet corner that could teach their young defensive backs that they have looked to get out of Buster Screen. Rasul Douglas played really well as a backup coming in for an injured J.R. Alexander last season. My trade offer is as follows. Titans will receive Rasul Douglas and a 5th round pick. In exchange, we send Buster Screen and a 2023 third round pick. Now, Rasul Douglas' stats were as follows. In 2021, he racked up 52 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 13 pass deflections, with 1 forced fumble and a couple of game-sealing interceptions for Rasul Douglas as well. Was a really key piece of that number 1 seed Green Bay Packers team. My third pick is the defensive end I actually would love for us to go out to get, and that's defensive end Derrick Barnett. Just like Robert Quinn, if Tennessee wouldn't want to spend the high trade capital that it would take to get Quinn, they should shoot for Derrick Barnett, a cheaper but consistent player that hasn't lived up to his number 1 round pick status. With Philly having draft pick Taron Johnson and Josh Sweat, Philly's moving on from Bennett would not hurt but help the future as a team. My trade idea is that the Titans receive Derek Bennett and a 5th round pick for 2024, while the Eagles receive a 2023 3rd round pick and a 2023 6th round pick. The stats aren't great for Derrick Barnett. You got 46 tackles, 2 sacks, and 7 tackles for loss. The problem is the reason you're giving up so much trade capital is there's still a lot of promise here out of Derrick Barnett. He's still a very young player. Could still develop into a really good player in this league. You just don't know if the strength is still there for Derrick Barnett. My 4th round pick, and the next 2 are going to be wideouts. Jaylen Reagor has not performed well for the Philadelphia Eagles, now being the 5th receiver on the depth chart. Reagor would do good with more playing time and change of scenery and change of a team. Reagor would provide some speed that the Titans currently don't have from their starting wideouts. My trade offer is the Tennessee Titans receive Jaylen Reagor, Eagles get rid of the contract, and Eagles give us a 2023 6th-round pick. His stats are not great in 2021. They haven't been great his entire career. Reagor would be a good piece to add for Tennessee as a speed option, which is definitely what Tennessee could be looking for in wide receivers, which is also why my 5th one is Carolina Panthers wideout Robbie Anderson. Anderson has said that he does not want to play with Baker Mayfield, and a guy that has struggled with terrible quarterback play would be good with playing with a playoff team and a top 15 QB. Anderson has some drop issues, but also has some incredible speed, which is what Tennessee is looking for in another wideout. My trade offer is as follows. Tennessee Titans will receive Robbie Anderson. The Panthers receive a 2023 4th-round pick and a 2024 7th-round pick for wide receiver Robbie Anderson, who in 2021 stacked up 53 catches for 519 yards and 5 TDs. A good season from Robbie Anderson, and pairing him with Robert Woods, Nick Westbrook-Akina, and Treylon Burks, also alongside Chikakonkwo and Austin Hooper, would help a very waning receiving core and would give us some real depth inside of our receiving options. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of 5 players that the Tennessee Titans could trade for before the 2022 season. If you guys did, remember to like and subscribe. It really helps me a lot. We're almost at 400, guys, 5 away. And it would really help me a lot if y'all hit the subscribe button for me. But above all else, love you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.